Now, something I noticed about wrestling. Wrestling, now say for example, in basketball, you kind of get a little break. Not much of a break, but you take your shot and then you get the jog to the other end and the ball, maybe the person dribbling the ball or whatever, you're not defending them, you're just trying to, but you ain't, it's not constant. In football, the ball snaps, it's full court pressure, then the play's over, and you get to walk back to the line, go to the huddle, and somebody tell you something, you can breathe hard, get your couple of breath. But when you're wrestling, it is non-stop until the whistle blows. Now, you ain't no break now. Break, you pin. You mess around and try to take a breath. No. My son William was wrestling. When the referee said beep, they went at each other full, until the ref blew another whistle and stopped something or whatever or somebody, and they wrestle. Sometimes, now look like ain't nobody moving. You ever seen that before? Don't look like nobody moving. And both men, they're struggling with all their strength. They're trying to get another little part, another. And guess what the apostle, he said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we are wrestling. That means a constant, continual skirmish. We're trying to, see, that devil is trying to get the advantage. The world is trying to get the advantage. Your flesh is trying to get the advantage. And you got to be fully committed to not giving it. You get the advantage. Constantly, continue. And guess what? There ain't no whistle going to blow to let you off the hook. You're going to have to do this. You have to pray. You're going to have to stand. Is everybody there? Ephesians 6:12. He says, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. What are we wrestling against? Now, I like people say, well, no, man, I don't believe in that. Jesus took care of it all and everything. Well, the Apostle Paul ought to have known. He said, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. Okay, now, if he just stopped right there, if he'd have just said, look, if he'd have said, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, period. Put nothing else there. Then I can kind of see what people are saying, but that's not, he put a comma. So there's a comma there, and of course you say, well, wait a minute, it was in a different language, but anyway, the interpreters interpreted. You can read it in every other language, every other version, every other interpretation, and there's a comma right about there to tell you what you are wrestling against. Principalities, powers, rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. He said, now, since you are wrestling against these four entities, we'll talk about a little bit of that, tomorrow night, give you some more details of that. Since you are, guess what you better do? You better put on the whole armor of God. In other words, you better be walking by faith. You can't be messing around. See, now, I'm going to tell you what happens to us. We're so blessed in America. We're so blessed in America that, poor people can get fat in America. You ever see the thing, you see on TV? Some of the third world countries, ain't no fat poor people. If their stomach swole up, it's swole up from that malnourished thing where the hair real light colored and the stomach, and they skinny bone. In America, you can be poor and fat as a pig. And demand some more food. Boy,